Where do I put my fucking hand? No.
Julian has the unique problem. His hands are so massive that the Canon R8 looks like...
I can do this, I guess, but then it's like awkward on my shoulder. To like, I'll cradle it and do this.
How does that camera feel though? Like with
it's
the
really
lens?
light. It's really comfortable. With one hand, it's so nice.
Yeah.
What I like is putting my pinky under and then I just.
Well, that's a unique skill only to you. I definitely cannot do that. All right, so we arrived. We're in Como, right off the train, and we see the mountains and stuff. We're heading straight down towards the lake, and we're gonna find a cafe or some shit because we haven't eaten anything, and Julian is running on fumes, and I need his energy to help me film this video. So yeah. Every time I'm out shooting, people ask, like, can you take a picture of me, especially if I'm in a touristic area? And every time I have the other person take the picture, just because I'm curious to see how they do it. But they brought Julian. I think they're making a Tik Tok together, so that's cute. My favorite focal length is 24 millimeters. It's always been my favorite. My favorite lens used to be the Sigma 24 millimeter 1.4 Art. It's literally the most beautiful lens I've ever used, personally, in my opinion. And I do like the 24-1.8 a little bit more than the 35 because of the focal length, not for any other reason. I honestly don't know why the 24mm is so much more expensive than the 35. Both of the lenses are sharp and fast. Autofocus is pretty good, but you do need to be careful that it doesn't try to focus on something closer to you because both of the lenses have macro. They might try to focus a bit closer and then it takes a long time to focus back on something that is like in a normal distance. Julian's back from making TikToks with the women's. I need to get the other B-roll shot. Just realized I wasn't recording. But what I was saying is I'm getting some portraits done by Julian here because it looks fucking remarkable at 35. Why 35? Because I'm more of the subject than the background, but we still, 35 is still wide angle. I think once you pass 50, after 50, that's when you get more of solely the subject. But yeah, all these lenses are very sharp, but they are not weather sealed, and it was raining a little bit, kind of on and off, so you'd have to be careful. I've never had problems with non-weather sealed cameras shooting in the rain, but you just gotta be a little careful. And all the photos I'll be taking with the R8. I feel like the R8 is a great package with these kind of lenses because it's just super small. Putting a big RF lens on the R8 feels the balance is just a bit off. So the setup with the 24 and 35 is great. Okay, so in general, I did say, yeah, I like 24 better, but as you're taking pictures, since I already have the 15 to 35, 24, it just doesn't look different enough. But with 35 you get a bit more compression and it looks so cinematic. And honestly, the autofocus on both of these lenses is fantastic, but on that 35 I expected it to lose focus, but it didn't. It stayed locked onto Julian and it's great. So both of these lenses, great autofocus, great sharpness. So the lens is going to perform. So basically, do you need something like this? Fortunately, they're tiny, extremely light, so they're easy to keep in your bag if you need it. If you don't need it, then don't get it. But if you are in the market for a small compact lens, maybe for traveling, if you want kind of like a point and shoot style, then the 24 or 35 are good options. I honestly don't think I'm going to be keeping either of them though, because I have the 15 to 35. I want to minimize my kit. I think I'm going to be returning both of them and going for the 24 to 70 just to get a bit more versatility. The 15 to 35 is amazing quality. It's super sharp. I took a picture of a boat going by and it looked fantastic. These two lenses will be sitting in my bag. I think the difference between f1.8 and 2.8 is good light-wise, but in terms of depth, there's not much of a difference, and for me, that's the main reason why I would shoot that wide open. These cameras are amazing in low light anyways. Wait, what were you saying?
I was saying that the difference, or one of the main differences between here and somewhere like Disneyland or Universal Studios is that, yes, you might feel you're in a magical place in both. However, there's smaller imperfections with the cobble, whereas I feel like Disneyland or Universal Studios, everything's going to be perfect and a bit more glossy, plasticky, and this feels like, well, it is. You are here, and this is what dreams are made of.
That was beautiful. Julian, what do you prefer, the 24 or the 35 mil?
I like the 35 because it was more cinematic.
Well, I guess that concludes the video, guys. You don't need my opinion anymore. Julian says that one's more cinematic, and I'm inclined to agree with him. That's a photographer using an Nikon. Depressing. I think what I'm getting towards here is, Julian, you passed today as a model, which I'm very proud, and because I was really scared that I had to make this video with you, and I was like, hold on, which really shows the quality of the lenses, if anything.
Yeah.
If it can make him, I'm just kidding, Julian's beautiful. I'm just wasting.
In small doses.
You heard it here first, folks. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hopefully this was informative to you. I am actually using the Sennheiser MK E400 mic, which I will be reviewing probably next or something. My final verdict, both lenses are amazing. They're both very sharp, very good autofocus. They're lightweight, and although they are made primarily out of plastic, the mount is metal, and they don't really feel cheap in the hand. So if you're looking for a budget option, definitely go with them. They're super lightweight, so it keeps the build lighter, because right now I'm holding the 15 to 35 and my forearm is aching. So although those are not vlog lenses, for traveling, it's small, it can fit in a very small bag, and you can get some professional quality photos easily. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Julian, for being an amazing model and giving his opinions on Disneyland, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, peace.